All new at 9, there is new information, explosive information, and it may very well land singer R. Kelly in jail. High-profile attorney Michael Avenatti has reportedly turned over a tape, a very disturbing one, to Chicago prosecutors. In it, he says it shows R. Kelly having sex with a minor, and it does reportedly fall within the statute of limitations. Avenatti claiming tonight there will soon be an indictment and an arrest of the singer. Now that follows the CBS46 Bulldogs national exclusive. The Bulldog capturing this video you see there of a man who looks exactly like R. Kelly leaving the singer's Chicago recording studio. That was Sunday night. He was protected by his handlers. So a lot going on. Really a lot going on. And when we think about the tape and the allegations made, and it's being called a sex tape, this is actually sexual abuse captured on film. So just think about it like that. And now we need to figure out how to interpret these new developments legally. Yeah, that's right. So we brought in our entertainment lawyer. He's back. Welcome, Attorney Walker, James Walker, for us. We need analysis here. Your first thoughts as this shoe drop, because normally we're talking about some older allegations, but this, according to Avenatti, falls within the statute of limitations.
R. Kelly has a serious problem here. I think he will be arrested, and I think when you look under Illinois' law, there's what we call a Class X felony and a Class 1 felony. The Class X felony is when you have a serious situation like this. If there's the penetration of a child, there's violence against a child, they can impose Class X felony charges. And I think if you look at the last time he was charged in 2002, I think, there were about 14 counts. So what folks you need to realize here is they could charge him with making the video, directing the video, coercing a teenage woman, child, girl into doing the video. They could charge him with trying to sell the video. So what's interesting here is not just that he's going to be arrested, but it's probably going to be multiple counts coming out.
Very serious stuff.
And it's going to be very, very serious. And the prosecution is probably right now in the state attorney's office doing everything possible to make sure he doesn't get off again like the last time. The allegation the last time was that someone paid off the witness and she wouldn't cooperate.
Well, James, how important do you think it is that whoever, this 14-year-old, wherever she is now, is involved in this to be able to authenticate that tape and also authenticate her age at the time this could have been filmed?
I think it's very important, and I think the fact that you have someone who worked for R. Kelly, who turned the tape over allegedly to Mr. Avenatti, I think that person is going to authenticate the tape. And I think even if the child doesn't want to come forward,
because that was an issue last time, right? In
it was
2002.
Yeah. It was, but you have someone who says he worked for R. Kelly. He is identifying them on the videotape, and I think it's going to be an uphill battle for R. Kelly and his attorneys.
So if there is some kind of indictment imminent, R. Kelly would be, as you said, in serious trouble. But we've reported that he's announced he's going on tour. He's going out of the country, Australia, New Zealand, Sri Lanka.
Yeah, I think he's going to keep announcing that, and he's going to keep trying to deny it. And I'm sure the state of Illinois and those prosecutors and state attorney's office are moving swiftly to get the arrest before he gets out of the country. And I'm sure if Mr. Avenatti says they have concrete evidence on this tape, he wouldn't come forward like this, give the tape to other networks, and start really promoting this man is going to be arrested if they didn't have ample evidence. And I just want to say I pray for all of these women, all these young girls. Yeah. As a father, it just breaks my heart when you see this story. And I represent artists, as you know, and I tell all of them, you just have to be careful, you have to know what you stand for. And I think it's very, very troubling when we see R. Kelly continually in this kind of conversation.
I mean, you told us offline, but you represent the superstar group 112, and you give them some very serious advice in the wake of this.
I do. 112 is in, I think, Cincinnati tonight performing for Valentine's Day, and I think I said to them, you know, when you're backstage and these women are coming up to you and girls, sometimes the age issue, some women look older. I said, you have to have a moral standard, first of all, and you have to make sure you know the ages of the kind of women that you hang with. One of the defenses that R. Kelly has tried to play around with is, I can't tell the age, girls lie to me, they say they're 18, 19, 20, 21, and I find out later, but I'm not buying that.
Yeah, and there are reports on this tape that there's audio where
she describes
her age and her body parts in reference to her age. And I think, again, we want to point out this could be a Class X felony. And when you talk about Class X, you're talking about 25, 30 years in jail. And it could be multiple counts as well as a financial penalty. And I think the hashtag Mute R. Kelly movement I think it's going to really tomorrow come
real.
alive, and it just got real. And I
James.
hope if he did these things, I hope he's prosecuted to the fullest.
We're going to continue to follow this story, every twist and turn of it as we've been on it. But James Walker, good to have you back, and thanks
Thank you,
for helping us
Tom.
break this down. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Shane.